Good morning. My name is Lucy Stein, and I'm testifying for HB 228. I want to thank the committee for the opportunity to testify today, and I want to thank Representative Thompson for filing this important bill again this session and for continuing to fight for equal pay for Texas women, to fight for what is fair and for what is just. I'm testifying on behalf of myself and Progress Texas, a growing network of Texas progressives from across the state who care deeply about economic justice issues like equal pay. These are Texans who not only believe that women should get paid the same as men for the same work, but also that it is the job of state lawmakers to do something about it. Because making sure that women are paid fairly strengthens all Texas families. The sad truth is, as you've probably already heard, research still shows that no matter how you parse the data, there's still a significant pay gap between men and women. And the data on that front is pretty stark in Texas. You hear the 79-cent statistic a lot, that women on average working full-time year-round makes 79 cents for every dollar a man makes. But when you dig a little deeper, that pay gap gets even worse for women of color in Texas. African-American women are paid 59 cents, and Latina women 44 cents on the dollar, and that's just unacceptable. There are a lot of reasons for the gap, and I'm sure you've heard a lot about this before. Women are disproportionately clustered in lower-paying occupations and jobs, but research shows that the gap gets worse as women's careers progress. So even as women enter traditionally male-dominated, higher-paying fields, and those fields become more gender-balanced, their pay drops. A recent study by the Dallas Morning News found that even in state government jobs, women aren't getting equal pay for equal work in the same job classification.
Are we today litigating whether or not equal pay for equal work? Aren't we talking about whether or not the access to the courts?
Yes, I'm about to get there.
So why the lead-in? I mean, why is that necessary?
Because
We're talking about
I think that
access.
it's important that we put it within the context of what's happening in this state. Why? Because women aren't getting paid equal.
We're talking about
work.
access to a court.
Right, to fight wage discrimination.
That's not the argument here.
I'm about to get to wage discrimination because it is a really part of it. You can't explain the wage gap away by just talking about occupation, work hours, time out of the workforce. Discrimination and bias against women is very real and it's very pervasive, and it accounts for some of some of those dollars. So HB 228 would go a long way towards empowering women to fight back against wage discrimination in state court. The bill passed both chambers of this very legislature with bipartisan support only 4 years ago. What has changed since 2013? The pay gap has not changed since 2013. So I urge this committee to pass this piece of legislation and to do what you can to ensure that Texas women have a fair shot at earning equal pay for equal work.
Thank you for your testimony, Representative.
Yeah.
So I want to be clear. You think this bill is about whether women are being paid equally or not, and had nothing to do with the courts?
No, it does.
Because everything I just heard was a political statement, not about the merits of the bill.
I said nothing about politics. This is about women fighting wage discrimination, which is documented. There's research shows that it exists, and fighting in state court is cheaper and faster than taking it in federal court, like Representative Thompson said.
It's also less expensive for the defendant as well.
Mr. Chairman.
Representative Collier.
Ms. Stein, thank you for that very informative background information, because that's the information that we need to know as we go forward as to why there would be a need for this type of law.
Right.
Because we want to know that we want everybody to have access to the courts.
Absolutely.
And so I have a question. Are there other federal laws that have been codified into state law?
So the Lilly Ledbetter, as far as I know, and I'm not a legal expert on this, but it has not been codified into state law. So.
No, but I'm talking about any other federal laws that we've codified into state law, because there's a time where we have a federal law, and then we also make it we give the opportunity in the state, right?
Right.
So this is nothing new that we've never done before.
Absolutely, and I'm not an expert on that, and I can't speak to that.
Okay, but
let's stay to the substance of the bill, so we don't inadvertently create a point of order.
Okay, so you said that
the substance of the bill is to grant a different forum for the litigation.
Right,
to
for
save
wage
expenses for
sex wage
the
discrimination.
Plaintiff and defendant.
And
Well,
so-
it may not be just sex. It could be other kinds of discrimination. It doesn't limit it to just women either. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
and it's faster to get into the state courts.
Yes, and
than-
cheaper.
And cheaper. And okay, all right, thank you.
Any other questions, members? Thank you.
Thank you.